Hey guys, I was just getting ready to leave the office and I thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set some goals for what I'm going to do before I leave so I'll actually get stuff done. I'm like, anyone who knows me, if we're on here on Facebook, I'm sure you know me enough to know that I'm on Facebook, or I'm not on Facebook a lot, but I post on Facebook a lot as a form of kind of um, it's the guides. A lot of the time they're like, oh, we need to post this, and I'm like, okay, and then somebody will say, oh, that was exactly what I needed to hear or something. So anyways, I was just getting ready to leave the office and I heard like, no, you have to do a video on goals, and I thought we just did that the other day, but they said no, it's different. So anyway, I just came and just kind of set the camera up again. Poochie's barking because she got excited that we were going to be leaving and now we're not. But anyways, so I thought we can do a little thing on goals and how to get your stuff done. We did that the other day, but this is a little bit different. So what I want you to do is like what we did the other day, and you can like kind of go online and you can look like on a few videos past where it's basically like we were like, oh, this is what I want to get done, or here's my to-do list, this is what I want to manifest in my life, things like that. But what if we could use the power of God to help us know what we need to do and help us what we, because like right now I'm going, okay, I have to do all this stuff, but then I'm thinking, but what really do I need to do? I mean, I've got this book, I Am Marissa, that I'm supposed to be writing, that the editor's waiting. It's like a huge opportunity. It's like, you know, like probably any writer would be like, oh my God, I've got like a major like publisher waiting to read the book and they're gonna give us a deal and blah 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 blah. And me, I'm like lagging on it, and all I can think about is the snow globe. So I was like, you know what, before I write my list of, oh, I need to write this many chapters in I Am Marissa, and I need to write this and I need to do that, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna ask God first, and I'm gonna ask for a sign of what I need to do. So that's kind of what I did this morning. And I thought, okay, my sign's gonna be like 1111 if I'm like in the right direction, and that's basically that's just gonna be my sign, you know. And it's like everyone always sees 1111s and stuff like that. So anyways, I went over to the gym to go get some juice at Beaming, and I decided, and I saw, oh my God, they have childcare here. So I asked them about it, and they said, yeah, we have kids club, it's $12 an hour. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome, I can take Madison here and I can go work out. I haven't been working out because my excuse is always Madison. So anyway, she's showing me the locker room, and she goes, in here you make your little code. You make your little code here in the locker, and she goes, so like if you wanted to have 1111, that's what you would do, and you take the little key. And I was like, oh my God, it's a sign. I'm gonna sign up for this overly expensive, ridiculously expensive gym over in La Costa. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I'm just waiting for a few more people to log in. I just got a text from someone that they're logging in a second, so I was waiting. But what I was going to say is the exercise that we can do each day before kind of doing our to-do list, before writing out all the things that we think we need to get done, because maybe like our mom thinks we need to do it, or our dad thinks we need to do it, or our husband or our wife thinks we need to do it. Like, what does God want us to do? God wants us to do the things that make us happy, one. Two, God wants us to enjoy life. So God doesn't want us to have 5 zillion things on our to-do list just to make us feel important. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I got this really long to-do list. Yeah, oh, I'm so important, you know. And it's just like, cool, you got a really long to-do list. Awesome, you know, and I've got a really long to-do list too. But that doesn't make me important. It definitely doesn't make me feel good. But what if we could use the power of God, power of the Holy Spirit, of Christ, of our I am, our higher self, whatever you want to call it. It's all, I mean, it's all different, but it's all the divine. Whatever it is that's greater than you that you can use to give you strength and power each day, just bleep out my Christ and Holy Spirit and all that and put in whatever it is that you use. So I'm not alienating anyone. It's just habit, how I say it. So anyways, so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to do the snow globe exercise. We're doing a little snow globe challenge where it's mysnowglobe.us. Me and my dad had an article in the paper, so we put it in the newspaper to see how many people, you know, were seeing the ad and actually wanted to do the snow globe challenge, where you do the snow globe each day for 5 days, and then you write like a little testimonial of hola, of how the how the snow globes affected your life and things like that, whether it's like no effect, some effect, a lot of effect, crappy effect, whatever. We just want to get some testimonials from people that like don't know me, that don't know my dad, that don't like know these teachings and don't already have faith in them, and just kind of see if it's just because people believe in the snow globe or believe in me or my dad or the books that we're writing, and that's why it works, or if just, you know, if it works. And so far so good. We've had a lot of testimonials from my friend Catherine, is hearing from a lot of moms because we have snowglobekids.com, and she's having moms try it and use it that aren't into spirituality at all, and they're liking it a lot. So anyways, so this is what we're going to do. So you are going to just kind of clear your mind for a second and just kind of get into that space where you're just going to close your eyes and you're going to ask yourself, where am I right now? And you could be on another planet for all we know. Your physical body's here, your mind is somewhere else. So you're going to pull your, basically like your mind back into your mind. So just say, come back. But I want you to visualize what your mind looks like. So is it a little mini you? Is it an orb of light? Like, what does it look like? So just imagine what that looks like. That's your consciousness. And pull it back into your head. So just kind of imagine that something is coming back into your head. And you're right in the middle of your brain where it's all busy and there's a bunch of little, I think of that movie with the little feelings. I can't remember what it's called. It's a cartoon. But you're calling your awareness back into the center of your brain, where you're just going to sit there for a second. And then you're going to set your intention. You're just going to say, God, tell me what I need to get done today. And that's it. Or divine, tell me what I need to get done today. But what you're going to do is you're going to imagine from that little piece of you in the center of your brain, you're going to imagine if you need to say this, you can say 0. It's going to center you at 0. Okay, so there's going to be like a little beam of light that's going to go choom, straight up from the center of your brain and choom, straight down the center of your body, down into the earth, up into what it's called the 0 point. But that's also, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, those of you that know me know I'm super into all the technicalities of this. So just say 0, and you're going to see that beam of light go into the center of the earth, up into the 0 point. And now that's going to center you, okay? So it's kind of like prayer. You know, you're getting centered right here, okay? And then I want you to take your hands, and you can put them in prayer position right here, right over your heart. And as your hands touch your heart, or you can just do this if you don't want to do prayer, you can just put your hand on your heart. You're just centering yourself on your heart, okay? So as you put your hand on your heart right here, you're going to feel that space between your hand and your skin on your chest. Just imagine that you're kind of riding that little like down from your brain, down into your heart. And as you're doing that, just take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just allowing yourself to sink down into your heart, into that piece of you that is God. It's like your little walkie-talkie with God right there. Can't talk to God if you're out there, if you're out there, if you're in here, if you're anywhere other than where the control station is. So as you're sinking into your heart, just feel yourself sinking into your heart space. You're going to start to feel like there's like a bubble around you. It's like an empty bubble, just a space that's your heart. And you may actually feel like you're sinking a little bit back, like into the center of your body that falls into alignment with that 0. And now that you're in your heart, connected in with the best possible place you can be connected in with, to talk to God, to your higher self, to your divine, you're going to say, I am now a snow globe. And imagine that you are a statue. In the center of that statue, your physical body, you're still in that little space, you know, that you can still see that space right there in your heart. I'm now a snow globe. Just imagine what your statue feels like. Imagine what the snowflakes around you, what color are they, what do they smell like, what do they taste like, what do they sound like. We're all really good in usually one sense, so we can either see energy, we can either hear it, we can feel it, we can sense it, we can know it. So just kind of go through all the little senses and see what feels right to you in imagining that you're a snow globe, you're a statue. What color is your water? What does the water feel like? What are the snowflakes like? And then how far out is your snow globe? Is it like really far out? Is it really close? How does it feel? From there, I want you to imagine that you're dropping down through the statue, down through the feet of the statue, all the way down into the earth, down into the center of the earth, where there's like a holographic imprint of source energy. So we have access to source there and here. So in the center of the earth, just allow the earth's energy to fill up your bubble, to completely surround you. And then when that bubble is full, bring it back up through the earth, up through your feet. And as you come up through your feet, or the statue, you're going to notice that you feel fuller. You feel lighter. So allow the earth's energy, you can see it as liquid filling up the inside of the statue or the inside of your body. You can feel it coming up through your body, but just allow it to go up through your feet, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips. And just releasing out any of the stresses of the day as you breathe out, just release that stuff. Calling the energy up through the abdomen, up through your chest, your neck. Allow the earth energy to go down in through your arms, up through your head, and then it's going to pour out the top of your head and start filling up your entire snow globe. So your entire snow globe should be being filled with Earth's energies, just totally. I mean, the second the Earth energies touch negative energy, touch someone else's anger, touch someone else's depression that's floating around in your field, it just goes, just disappears. Allow it to continue to fill. Mine's filling slow, so I'm like, faster. I actually tell mine to fast forward. I'm like, fast forward, faster. If you're feeling blocked, if you feel like there's a crack, like in your snow globe, if you're very intuitive, or you're one of my students or something, and you see there's like a hole in your snow globe, just say repair that, and you'll just kind of see it go and fill it up. If you have a hole in your snow globe and there's life force energy leaking out, just repair that and it'll just fill it up. I've programmed all the source codes and elemental healing into the snow globe above us and to the Earth's energy below us, so you don't really have to know any of the codes or anything. Just say repair it, fill it, fix it. Now, one thing I want to ask you're going to do before you call in God's goals for you is just say, am I the only one in my snow globe? And if you hear a no, or you feel like there's people around you, I want you to just imagine that God has this big net and just kind of throws it down underneath your snow globe and just goes and takes anyone or anything or fragments or pieces or just anything that's not you, anything that you've taken on for other people or they've taken on for you, so now you have their energy in your field, just pick it up with God's net. Coming from that, there's a snow globe above us. This was assuming people know how to do the snow globe, sorry. If people don't know what the snow globe is, there's a snow globe like 20 feet above you that's installed with all the healing stuff that I do. Just kind of imagine this net or a sifter, or if you do Reiki, you can imagine Reiki symbols, but just God's net. Pick up any spirits or fragments or anything up out of your snow globe and I'll take them up to their higher self, to source, help them cross over, and then they'll be healed, you'll be healed. And the way I have it set up with the healing is that all cords will be cut from them, all lessons will be learned, that we're basically, if they're there, it's because our soul thinks that we need to learn something from it. So there we go, perfect. I'm kind of watching everyone's energy. You're getting it. So pull them all out. Now say, am I alone in my snow globe? Because if you're asking God for advice on what you need to do today, what if you have like 15 people's energy in your field? What if you have a spirit in your field? What if, you know, who's asking? Are you asking? Are they asking? So you need to make sure you're by yourself in your field before you muscle test, before you, you know, ask God questions about your life path, things like that. And that's the biggest mistake that people make, is that they ask advice while they have like 15,000 people in their field. Not 15,000, but you know, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. It's like if I have Jeff's energy in my field, it's just as if he is in my field, because we're holographic beings. So like I talk about, you know, we're a powdered donut. A little piece of powder carries all the energy for our entire donut in one little piece of powder. So if a piece of Jeff's powder is in my field, Jeff is in my field. So now I'm asking God for advice. What if I'm not centered in my heart? I'm not centered in my beingness. I may be asking advice for him. So just make sure you're alone. If you feel like there's stuff in your field and you can't get rid of it, just say, I am alone in my snow globe. And then I want you to imagine white light just pouring down from directly above you, like white liquid light just pouring down directly above you into your head, all around your snow globe. And that's going to dissolve or get rid of anything that's not you. I am now alone in my snow globe. There we go. Hey, that worked. Good job. I'm watching you, Audrey. I think it's Audrey. Or was it? No. Hey, Greg. Hey, Elizabeth. Okay, now you're going to ask God for your to-do list for the day. So just say, God, what do I need to do today? And from directly above you, you can imagine a hand writing out a list. You can imagine like just energy. Again, this is once you're tuned into your heart or the seat of your soul, both here. Those are both quantum aspects of you. So you're imagining as your God self, because you've brought your awareness out of your brain into your God self. So you're imagining it from there. So what you're imagining is actually manifesting here in the astral plane, which is where we live pretty much, unfortunately sometimes. So God, what do I need to do today? What's my to-do list? And if you're visual, you can ask to see the list. If you're not, you're just kind of winging it here and you're like, this girl's totally whacked out of her head and she's crazy, but whatever, I'm going to try it because I'm bored and I'm at work. You know, just imagine that a list is dropping down above your head, down into your snow globe. And as it drops into your snow globe, it dissolves. You don't need to know what's on it. You don't need to know what it is. But what's going to happen is it's going to set your priorities energetically on what you need to get done. And then as soon as we finish here, you're going to go and you're going to write down your to-do list. So asking God for advice first, which can be a very quick thing. It doesn't have to be as long as I just made it. I mean, you can literally just go, where am I? Okay, in my brain. Drop down to the heart. 0, 0. I am now a snow globe. Tune into your energy. Drop down to the earth. Pull it up through your body. Allow the earth energy to go all through your snow globe. Am I alone in my snow globe? No. Okay, God's net. Pull everybody out. Am I alone? No. I am now alone in my snow globe, which you don't have to do the net. You can do the other one first, but I like to do the net because I like to kind of see what's there and what's being released. I'm now alone in my snow globe. White energy going all through your snow globe, clearing everything, making everything pristine and white. And then, God, what's my to-do list? What I need to do? You look up in your mind, you see a hand writing a list, or you just see a list. You imagine it dropping down kind of like a feather into the top of your snow globe, into your snow globe, and it's going to dissipate. It's going to dissolve. And now you guys go and write down just the first thing that comes to your mind. And remember, there's a piece of you that's God. So people say, I don't hear spirit, I don't hear God, I don't hear my guides. You know what? You hear them all the time because it's you. We are God's children, and God is living through us. We are beings here on this planet, and on some level, on some layer, as we ascend and go up and step out of ourselves, we can actually take our awareness and put it into God's eyes and see ourselves from the outside. It's actually really amazing. It happened the other day. It was really crazy when I was at the hot springs, but that's besides the point. So go do your list, write down what you need to do, keep it in your pocket, check the things off. Like my mom says, I think you get dopamine in your brain when you actually check off stuff. So even if you have a to-do list of like 2 things, always write down your to-do list and always check off when you get the things done, because it's like brownie points, and your brain actually fires off the happy chemicals in your brain that like drugs give you. Of course, I have to use drugs as an example. How about chocolate or food or, you know, the things that we enjoy in life? Yeah, dopamine, I think, is what my mom said. But it's really cool. So yeah, write your to-do list, check it off, and give yourself a break today. Like, chill. I need to do that myself. I put myself under so much pressure so that I can feel important. It's my ego. And, you know, I spent so many years feeling like a loser because I was on drugs and I was a heroin addict and I was I was just a loser. That's the way I saw myself as a human being. So, you know, if we can give ourselves these really gnarly to-do lists and feel really important and, you know, talk with really big words and, put up this like shield around us, then our ego can feel important, and then we won't have to feel sad inside. So this lesson is for me just as much for anyone else. Obviously, I just realized where the lesson was from. So I'm going to go get organized and prioritize my life so that I stop running around with it like a chicken. Yeah, you guys have an amazing day. God bless. One thing that you can do is, hey, Henry. Yeah. One thing that you can do after you've done all that and you've dropped the list down into your snow globe is you can ask for protection. I did this in a Periscope video I did earlier. Is when we ask for protection, what we're doing is we're in essence asking the universe to attack us. So I've been trying to not use the word protect, because if you're protecting yourself, then you are in essence afraid you're going to be attacked. But, you know, I know a lot of people, I even have a friend that thinks, no, you don't need protection, but we still have egos, we still have human emotions, we still take on other people's energies, so that's stupid to not protect or protect ourselves at all, but we don't use it in that term. We don't have to say protect. We can say, okay, what I do is I ask for the Christ energy to come down from above. It's golden and it's liquid-like, and it's going to come in right, say this is my snow globe right here, it's going to come in like right here, and it's going to line the inside of your snow globe. So it's like a golden liquid that's just going to go whoosh, like right on the inside of the snow globe. And what that does is it's going to raise your spiritual credit score up to a high enough level to where there's no entities there, there's no spirits there, there's no negative energy there. Like we say in our snow globe book, you know, like my dad was asking, well, should I protect myself? And they're saying, no, just raise your vibration. Raise your vibration, not in the way of the ego, but a lot of people don't know how to raise their vibration. So use this Christ energy that will be what it needs to be. It'll be the frequency it needs to be, the way that I've set it up in the snow globe. And it'll come in and it'll basically just take you from being like, you know, you're right here. You're going to go whoop, up here. Here's all the muck. Here's all the smog. Here's all the garbage. Here's all the crap. You're up here. You're living life from here. Someone makes you mad, somebody cuts you off on the freeway, and you go boom, like that, and now you're in a bad mood again. Just say 0, realign yourself. I am alone in my snow globe, white energy, and then just, I call it the Christ shield. So Christ shield. And that comes in and it surrounds my snow globe, and then your vibration goes back up. And I can guarantee people will start saying like, oh my God, I can see so much light in your eyes, or you look so different. Did you change your hair, or what's going on with you? You're like a different person. It's like, well, I'm just carrying more light. I'm allowing more of God's light into my life, and that's it, you know. And then they're like, okay, freak. No. Anyways, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. I'm going to go get my stuff done. Yeah, God bless you. Bye.